Talking in your sleep, birdie? Time to wake up.
Is it Sunday? Oh, thank God. Okay. I'm relieved.
Need a hand?
I'm still alive?
Arguable.
Yeah. Happy about that.
Where is Robin? Tell me. Now.
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. She's probably walking around the streets now. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right in front of you is the guy who just stabbed you in the chest with a dagger.
Yeah, well, about that.
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just tell me your demands, lackey of the Watchmaker.
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the Four Families. Looks like I made the right choice.
Choice?
You are aware of my plan and see through my act. Time is running out, so let's drop the charades. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate in what?
What makes you think I'd cooperate with you?
He has a point.
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues about a traitor and a bright future for Penacony. Any of that catch your interest?
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of deception.
Fine. You don't have to trust me. What you should trust is the sense of justice inside of you.
Show me Robin first.
All right, as you wish. Here she is.
Huh? That's...
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean, this lady will lead us to Robin, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe an explanation.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak Family Head. Now, all the actors are on the stage.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of you.
I can't read that.
Rosalina
Oh.
and Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. They were the heroes who saved Astana, and their names deserve to be immortalized, not just on this small stone tablet, but in the annals of history for all of time. However, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams. That heavy piece of history is all a distant memory. Just like that prison.
I mean, that's what the family wanted.
Their names are inscribed here. Then that means...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but she never returned.
So maybe she's still alive, though.
Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live long enough to witness the arrival of true peace. In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external. To protect Astana, Tiernan took up the way of the Trailblaze and led the Lampmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded and wiped out by the swarm.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these heroes truly are sorrowful.
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown. But what about this tablet? There are no names carved on it.
When Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen someday. Here we meet again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Come on, have a heartfelt reunion, please. Aww. Hug each other. Come on.
Brother. There's no need for words. You're safe. And that's all that matters.
Aww. Okay. We have to talk to Gallagher.
I promised to give the siblings
Cat, what are you
privacy,
doing?
So let's talk about our
Do
business
you want
first.
belly rubs?
What do you
There
say?
you go.
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family head, the crew, and the Stellaron hunters, I'm guessing you have something important to say, Mr. Gallagher?
Oh, is it that obvious?
Kinda.
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm the one behind all this.
You're right, Mr. Yang. It is indeed time to come clean on everything.
Yes,
The
players.
siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But you, Nameless, arrived a bit late. So it's only fair that I answer your question.
Please.
Before we begin, let me
What are you
reintroduce
doing?
myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef, the deputy of the Watchmaker, and the one who sent out that invitation. As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
History fictionologist? So what? Everything you told us was made up?
He's not the watchmaker. I'm misunderstanding this right now, don't I? He just sent out the invitation on behalf of the watchmaker. I think. That's what he's saying. Because the
Well, don't
watchmaker
worry.
doesn't exist or
Almost
something.
everything I shared was true. Well, except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Wait, isn't
Thank you
Mikhail
for
and
your
the watchmaker the same person?
Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through
Wait.
the trouble of setting up this battle for the
Who
legacy,
is Mikhail
fighting
then?
different factions, stirring up a ruckus all over Penacony.
That's what you get if you give your characters too many similar names. Everything's just a blur.
Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to
Let's
all
open
of
up my
you.
hair. My hair is annoying
The
me to die.
Stellaron.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a free-flowing interstellar hub. There are no signs of contamination whatsoever.
You're totally correct. So, care to take a guess at what that means?
Someone is manipulating the stellar
How
room.
keen. Well, what should I say? I expected nothing less from the person here who is the most familiar with the Stellarons.
Yeah, I am a
The
stellar
sweet
room,
dream doesn't
technically
come out of
speaking.
thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the sea, creating the land of the dreams is like filling that wild ocean with earth to make an island.
Okay.
To achieve this feat, without the help of an emanator of remembrance or enigmata, the only way is to use a Stellaron. And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge, time, and manpower. I'm sure you get what I'm hinting at. In Azdana, the planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster.
The planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster?
It all started a long time ago, back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began building Penacony from the ground up.
Alright.
That's when the idea of using the Stellaron came into play.
Farron,
The
hi,
Stellarons first
welcome.
entered
How you
the
doing,
Azdana
cutie?
system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against the folly of attempting to tamper with such a power, and most heeded their words. But there are always people in the shadows with ulterior motives. The turning point came after Tiernan's death. With two of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. It was at that moment his rivals saw an opportunity. By the time a representative from the Montour Systems family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, The Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell the civil unrest and played a part in building Penacony under the disguise of the Harmony. Those 3 eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker, who had been left in the dark, sent out invitations across the universe, spreading the hype around the land of the dreams.
Then, how did they turn against each other?
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It existed in a different form within the dreamscape.
Okay.
Think about this. What would it cost to create and maintain such a lavish dreamland?
Yeah, a lot.
It's people's lives. The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. It tempts people to indulge in the dreamscape, and gradually their minds succumb, becoming nourishment for the sweet dream. Confusion, laziness, and cowardice, weaknesses that plague humanity, were magnified and nourished by the family. Penacony became a new kind of prison, even more impenetrable than the previous one. Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family had a firm grip on Penacony, swiftly quelling any opposition that arose. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata and sought refuge in this chaotic realm. Over the years, I created a meme within this dream for our use. Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find forces capable of resolving the Stellaron disaster and draw them into Penacony to uncover the truth.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy. Since this is
So you
the
just wanted to
Watchmaker's
see the
first
world
announcement in
burn,
decades,
is what I'm getting
the
out of
traitor
this.
within the family is bound to reveal themselves.
So, the legacy is just a facade.
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
If that's the case, where is the Stellaron now?
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure he holds all the answers.
Oh, I don't think he holds any answers. I don't think the family actually trusts him. But we can go and ask him. Hi, cutie.
Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
Oh, does he know?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
Okay, I didn't think he would know.
As I suspected. It's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the sweet dream. That's what turned Penacony into its current state.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream
Ah,
Master.
that's why I knew the name.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me. And I didn't want it all to end like this.
What do you
Well-
mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony. But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself, or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the paradise in our dreams. As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the sweet dream and confront the Dream Master. And if it turns out that the family has truly strayed from the Harmony,
He's gonna kill you guys. Like,
I'll
kill
fight
you.
alongside you.
Not kill and
We'll put
bring
the
you into
Charmony
this
Festival on hold
world.
and
Kill.
make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors, and there's no reason to stop now.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Miss Trailblazer?
Sure, let's kick some ass. Nothing to fear. A little more. Heroism will back down. Peace was never an option.
Exactly! It's time for the crew to save the world once more!
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature.
No,
Mr.
we
Sunday,
like to
Miss
meddle in
Robin,
every world.
I'm willing to accompany you on behalf of the Astral Express. Having a third party present should help with negotiations, and could make all the difference if things get ugly.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us. We must hasten.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations.
Okay. Let's be more secretive in a little
I
corner.
may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting the Dream Master could be a very
You
dangerous
think
affair.
it could be dangerous, huh?
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang?
March, please.
How powerful is that Dream Master?
Very, apparently.
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power of the Harmony behind him. Not to mention the Stellaron in his possession.
Yeah.
We must proceed with great caution.
Maybe you can just stay behind this time, Mr. Yang?
What?
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday just now. Although, I can't quite put my finger on it. I have to make sure he won't turn against us when things start to get dicey. You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right?
Keepsake?
May I borrow it for a moment?
Sure. Oh, the coin. Oh, you have to give that back to me, though. What do you need it for?
As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is actually a miniature transmitter. If I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happens, this may actually be of some use in the current situation.
Can we, like, also do it the
Aventurine?
other way?
Is he still alive?
I better fucking hope so!
And what does he have to do with our mission to confront the Dream Master?
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep the family in check. If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, I'll use this transmitter to send a message to the IPC. It'll be just the opportunity the IPC ambassador was hoping for. The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status.
Mm-hmm.
But
We're
the
all
IPC
questioning
is
that.
always listening, especially senior strategic investment department heads like him. Getting the message across shouldn't be a problem.
Good luck to you, Welt.
Himiko is like, I am out
You
of
take
this.
care too. If anything goes wrong, don't worry about me. Just make sure to seal the Stellaron.
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep.
I don't think that guy's innocent.
I won't make the same mistake Mikhail did. Let's wish him the best of luck.
Don't you have something else to tell us, Gallagher?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the 3 Nameless in Penacony. We've already collected intel about
Who's the first?
Brasilina and Tiernan, so the only one left is Legwork. If
Wait.
I'm not mistaken, we've already met him somewhere, haven't we?
There is a Nameless who's called Legwork. And we do have Boot Hill now. Sorrel, listen, what are these names? What do you mean you just name a character Legwork and Boot Hill and Ratio and technically ruin me? I have no
Not
words
enough
for
to
this.
say meat, but the answer is pretty obvious. After all, I've hinted at it in quite an evident way. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express, and I've seen the great effort you all put into linking different realms together across the cosmos. And now, after getting this far all in one piece, you have truly proven yourselves. Miss
What does
Himiko,
Acuro mean?
were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting life stories and extraordinary skills.
Aw, you make me blush with these flatteries. Just keep them coming.
I don't know much about my life story, but I do have extraordinary skills.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend had fond memories from his time aboard the Express.
Is he Legwork?
which he reminisce on every time he had a good drink. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again, traveling in a great circle, ending up back where he started. On his deathbed, he told me
he
to find
isn't.
the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Trailblaze. Come with me. Now is the time to reveal it.
Sure. Yeah.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say and do. I've kept my promise. Brought the future Trailblazers you've waited so long for.
Wait.
I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. But I remember your last words.
Didn't we had just half an hour ago when we were first here? Didn't he say the last one, the Nameless one? I see what you're doing there, Honkai. I see what you're doing there. That the Nameless tombstone had no name on it because the creator of the dreamscape, so technically the watchmaker, wanted to have a memorial for himself, even though he's alive. Technicolor, is the last Nameless Trailblazer Legwork Mikhail? I'm so lost. I am so lost.
Don't let us down, old man.
Do I get a cutscene at least? Ooh.
What's happening?
That's normal. That's normal?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. first and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Leg,
Okay, what's the same?
the Watchmaker.
Why is this so convoluted? How do I? Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, that's how I get there. This is so convoluted. Okay, but at least that was correct of me to assume. I'm a bit confused why Velt and Himiko didn't know about this, but because it sounded like they did know the other two Nameless, so they technically should also have known Mikhail then. But listen, the thing with Kingdom Hearts, I can like just binge game this. The biggest problem with this convoluted storyline is that you have to wait weeks in between, and I just forget stuff. I just forget stuff if I don't constantly read up on it. And so far, I have not found a good YouTube channel yet who explains the whole thing smartly. I did found some, but they are not entirely to my liking. Is it still there? Beneath the sea surface of Memory Zone, in a garden closest to the full moon and the water, an elderly man rests on a recliner, enveloped in utter silence. The watchmaker, Mikhail Legvik, has passed into that endless, timeless dream, where no sound could ever awaken him.
Sure enough, the Watchmaker is the third Nameless. Even I could guess that one.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the Nameless. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more mysterious than me.
Well, let's have a look.
As the verse sees, Himiko nods, ever so slightly in your direction. Me? I am the newest Nameless. I don't think it's gonna mean anything to me. You take a deep breath, steady your mind, and turn your gaze towards the Watchmaker. And then we're gonna touch the dream bubble. You press your hands against the dream bubble, and the thick, vicious memoria converge on the string, then stretch it outward from your fingertips. As if weaving a delicate web, it gently cradles your palm. A chill travels from your fingertips, carrying with a myriad of vibrant and intertwined memories, as experience would suggest. But this time, you see nothing at all. I'm gonna try to focus more. The dream bubble is clearly extraordinary. Perhaps the approach was wrong, you think. Holding your breath and closing your eyes. With one knee on the ground, you press your forehead against the thin film coated in memoria. Yet, before you, there remains an abyss of darkness. No crimson sun descending up in snow-capped mountains. No gentle laughter, no twinkling stars, no echoes of swords clashing. And most of all, no trace of Trailblaze. There is nothing, and nothing is there. Indubitably, this is but an empty dream bubble.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh no.
Seriously? There's nothing inside this dream bubble?
I think the nothingness is the important part though.
How could a dream bubble be empty?
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the Nameless and the Trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while he was alive. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is so typical of him. He was always full of weird fantasies and incomprehensible romanticism. That mischievous old man. Well, I didn't expect him to leave anything concrete behind anyway.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
Don't start
I
getting
also
all
see a bird
philosophical
there.
on me, all right?
Gotta grab that bird.
Just as Mikhail believes in the Nameless of the future, We unconditionally believe in the Nameless of the past. How could they leave with regrets for the future when they were ready to dedicate their lives to the land they loved? There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet. You also have faith in the Watchmaker, don't you, Gallagher?
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything. That's why I understand what faith
No,
means
Pepe.
in the path of Trailblaze.
Are we so tired?
And I also want to know what he left behind.
Yeah, give me that before you.
I'll leave it to you
accidentally
guys
have
then.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store.
Is the pet
It's for
the thing
Mikhail,
that just
and for the future of
impale
Penacony.
people?